Peace. Today I want to talk about the two types of believers that I have encountered over the past 20 years, studying the life giving teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad as represented today by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. One is that believer that I try to be, that's a student who studies the example that's present, as well as study the teachings as given to us by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the Department of Supreme Wisdom, but studying also the example of the one who's representing it to us today. And in doing so, I have found my inner God. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the black man is a God. You're not the God, but you are a God. God only meaning force and power. Knowledge is force and power when used properly. Since I have took on the study of Islam, I have made leaps and bounds. Um, I'm no longer who I was. If you, depending on how long you've been watching my videos, I have a video where I'm giving some history on myself. Um, when I was younger, the type of activities I was into, you know, I was only expressing what I knew. And I had a limited knowledge. I had a limited source of information. All I knew how to do as a black man was sell crack. You understand me? But when I took on the study of Islam, you know, before I became a father, I was learning how to be one. You understand? Before I went into business for myself, I was learning how to go into business for myself. So now I'm expressing what I've learned. And also, I'm expressing what I see demonstrated in the example in front of us, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. His boldness, his ability to reason, hmm? His ability to think before he speak. See, all of this has enabled me to be a better man. But I'm studying a beautiful man in our midst, a God that's in our midst, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but I'm not worshiping him. Now that's that other type of believer. That's the believer that's getting in the way. Those of you who refuse to study, either you refusing to study or you don't understand what you're studying. You understand me? Perhaps we need a special education department within the Nation of Islam to help brothers and sisters, and I'm not being funny, but to help brothers and sisters better understand these teachings, man. Because some of you are absolutely going crazy as hell, man. All this parting your hair to look like the minister. You're worshiping the man. That's why the work is not getting done. See? If if you were studying him, it would awaken the God within you, and the God within you will push you forward in the direction that you needed to go in to help him help us and our people. See? You would develop your own identity. It's nothing wrong with being who you are in Islam. When you're working constantly to refine who you are, there's nothing wrong with that. This is why Allah gives us 99 attributes. And 99 attributes, and the 100th attribute is Allah himself. But each of these attributes are different characteristics. See? That means we're all born with a different gift. And you do yourself and your nation a disservice when you suppress your gift in an attempt to be who you're not. Black man, accept your own and be yourself. That don't just mean stop trying to be like white folk. That means stop trying to be like, let me say this the correct way. Stop trying to be who you are not. See? Follow and study the example of the man that's in our midst. Study his example and how he engages a situation, how he overcomes a problem or issue. But don't start worshiping him. Worship is for the Creator and the Creator alone. The minister don't need you to worship him. He has forbid you to worship him. Now, before I close, I'm going to give you an example from the scripture. We find in scripture Jesus saying to his disciples, pick up your cross, meaning your struggle, your burden, your obstacles, your issues. Pick up your cross and follow me. You don't find nowhere in that scripture Jesus saying to anybody, worship me. What happens when you follow in the example of a master? We find Jesus saying again, do the works that you see me doing, and you go and you do greater works than me. See, that's what happens when you study a master. You become a master. When you worship a master, man, you're not doing the master no good, and you're not doing yourself no good neither. See, Jesus said in that scripture that not only do you have the potential to do what you saw him doing, or now in our generation read the things that he done, but now you have the potential also to do greater. Then we have this scripture. Someone called Jesus good master. He was a master teacher. Or good Rabboni, good rabbi. So many different translations of the Bible. But basically calling him good. And he would not even allow that person to give him the title good. He said there's none good but the Father. See, he was making a distinction. It's not that he was not a good person or good brother. See? But it's so easy when you're dealing with an undeveloped man or woman for them to see the God characteristics in you that's also within themselves. They just haven't awakened yet. It's so easy when you see it in someone else, you fall down and begin to worship it. You understand me? And that's wrong. You don't worship the God that you see and no one else. You honor, you salute it, you respect it, you study it, and you develop the God within yourself. And you put the God within yourself to use in helping the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan get out to our people. In conclusion, the God sat in the congregation of the gods. Did you hear me? That scripture didn't say that God sat in the congregation of the worshipers. That God sat in the congregation of the gods. Now these are two type of believers. Either you gonna worship the God in someone else, or you gonna resurrect the God within yourself and help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan raise our people. But we can't raise our people with spookism, brothers and sisters. We have to get away from that. Peace.